Welcome to this recording where you're going to listen to insightful moments recorded during live coaching sessions with my clients who come from diverse professional backgrounds. And if you like what you hear today, please share it with your friends and colleagues. And remember to hit the subscribe button now and ensure that you never miss any other episode. Thank you. So sometimes we can be really put off by a statement made by somebody else who's pointing the finger and saying, now that was wrong, that you shouldn't have said it that way, or I'm surprised that you presented with that style, like I didn't expect that from you. And that becomes a mantra, right? Because it goes into your body. At that moment, you're quite vulnerable, depending on who said it and what state you were in. Your body's quite vulnerable and absorbs it, and you are deeply influenced. And not only are you influenced, but it is a caution to you also. So, it takes 10 positive statements for only one negative statement to be remembered. So at that point, it's like, oh my God, I can't believe that happened. I shouldn't have done that. I look ridiculous, or whatever the belief is. Or I don't do things wrong. Now I've got to make sure this never happens again. So it becomes a fear moment, and it lodges in your body, and it comes up again and again and again. And it's almost like a trauma to some effect. A trauma it really affects your nervous system. And it was something that's shocked your safety or your mattering or belonging. Those three needs are really important as babies. You can imagine you need to make sure you're safe, make sure that you belong, and make sure that you matter. Now, if those things aren't taken care of, they'll come up even when you're older. And they're, oh my goodness, I want to make sure I matter. I make sure I don't get rejected, or that I'm safe, that I'm going to have a job. And so there's all these languages and beliefs that are going around that thought that surface, and they've always been there. It's just that situation is being stored in your body at that moment, and so it'll come up again every time you present. So what you need to do is talk to that part of you. It's just a little part of you. It's not all of you. It's a part of you that's trying to protect you. It's called an inner critic. An inner critic that's pointing the finger at you and saying, be careful. And it comes up in the middle of another presentation, or come up in a conversation. So what you want to do is go into that mode with your mind, pretend you're presenting privately, weeks and days before, and feel the feeling. Feel all the feelings. And, fear and nervousness and all sorts of different feelings will come up. And so I have a feelings chart that I can share. And you pick the feeling and you stay with the feeling, right? And then you look at the need, what kind of need is missing? Okay, I don't feel like I matter here. This is important. I need to have that respect from my manager. So you look at the needs. So the underneath feelings are needs that are either met or not met. So the negative feelings or the heavy feelings are usually from needs that are not met. So you do all this work with yourself, and you console yourself, and you speak to yourself, nurture, comfort yourself. Give yourself compassion. Spend a bit of time with that part of you, saying it's okay, it was a one-off. And so this is one of the ways of clearing it, by being with the feeling. And if you're with the feeling, then it won't surprise you in the middle of a situation when you don't want it to come up, right? So you attend to the feeling. Now, will it be resolved? Maybe not, but you're familiar with it. It's no longer spooks you out. And I don't know what happened. Well, you do know what happened. That happened. Then you're feeling this. This is what you're believing. This is what you're needing. So this is you being connected to yourself, staying with yourself, feeling the feelings, because they're important. Feelings are very important because they're like a rudder or like a thermostat. Important, a compass. These things are important that we connect, and that's part of the reflection, the review that we do each day. And when things come up. So then at the last minute, yourself, that may still be there, but you might just give yourself a little pat and comfort yourself. And you move on. And we're not whole. Most of us, we've got a lot of little achy bits that come up Either you repress them and you ignore them, or if you're really with your feelings, you know there are things there, but you keep going because the calling is bigger than the disablement. You're not going to be disabled. You're not going to stop yourself. You're going to keep going forward. Yeah. Thank you for listening to this recording. I hope it has helped you. Please remember to subscribe to this channel. I'll see you next time.